King Edgy here, bringing you another Gen 1 video. We are trying to reclaim that top spot on the ladder. So currently we are in 5th. We probably need 5 or 6 good quality wins in a row to make it to that top spot. Can we do it? Well, let's start right here with a nice little rock slide. Oh, that does very little. We're thinking about switching out. We're thinking about staying in. It's not a huge deal either way, but I think we're going to switch out to Scyther. And the reason we chose Scyther is that he and Pinsir are basically the same thing. And this way we can find out if there are any ghost types or rock ground types, or in this case an electric type that we are not faster than. Not cool. Okay. We'll go to Arbok to try to handle this thing, but we fail at handling it. We go down. That's okay. We've got Eevee here, who should be able to knock it out with a good body slam. Zubat might come out to eat it, but body slam plus quick attack I think gets it anyway. And it does. Great. How do we feel about Jolteon? Well, it's got some damage off on it. Pinsir one-shots it from here. It can't switch into Scyther. If that was Oatmeal's answer, then no rock ground, no ghosts. So we feel pretty good about the idea of being able to set up and sweep, maybe with Pinsir, maybe with Scyther. But we do have to get that Jolteon out of the way first. So that's what we are keeping in mind here. But if he had no answer for Scyther, he doesn't really have a great answer for Eevee either, or Pinsir. So our team, which could have easily been hard-walled by a ghost or a rock type, is actually looking pretty good. Like maybe it's got no hard counters on the opponent's team. That would be great, because we do need these wins. We do really need these wins. Raticate comes out, and we expect that he's going to go for Super Fang. So we're going to stay in and Body Slam. And now we're going to switch to Ammonite, because we thought the Hyper Beam was coming through, which is good for right now, but maybe we should have switched to Scyther, because Jolteon can come out now and put the hurt on us. If it does, I'm going to have to check the calculator. And it does. So let's check that calculator. Jolteon versus Omanyte. Thunderbolt is 67. Surf probably doesn't get him, but it will put him in range for Eevee's quick attack. So that's what we'll go for. He gets the crit. Of course he does. Eevee's body slam plus quick attack definitely gets the Jolteon, so that's what we'll go for. Okay, so he didn't, we were right, he didn't have a rock type, but he did have a ground type. We're half expecting Blizzard here, so we're going to switch to Pinsir. We do get the Blizzard, and of course it's a crit. Unfortunately, because of that crit, it makes it much harder for us to dance, because if he switched out, we'd be in a lot of trouble. So we'll just slam and beam. And I expect Jolteon to come back out to finish us off. Oh, he survives. Guess I should have calced that out, huh? Okay. Well, we've got to think now. Meowth Slash definitely gets rid of the Jolteon, and he's faster. I think saving Meowth makes more sense. Gosh, that was too bad. I mean, we should have just calced it, right? But that's our fault. That's our fault there. Okay, Tentacruel comes out. We might be able to survive a Hydro Pump. Definitely survive a Surf. That's good. Huge crit. No crit there, but that's okay. The big question now is what to do, because if you go Scyther, he goes straight to Jolteon, and Jolteon knocks out Scyther for sure. So I think we have to go Meowth. And my thinking is we go Meowth, we go Body Slam to maybe paralyze something on the switch in, but if his last doesn't do well against Scyther, then we can switch around and maybe make something work. He says I got him. And I might have him. If he doesn't go Blizzard here, he goes Thunder Wave here. Okay, he might not know Blizzard then. Oh, come on! That's devastating. Alright, alright. Sorry, I'm gonna Thunderbolt this half. Mewtwo Psychic doesn't quite do half. Body Slam plus Slash doesn't get him, so we do have to double Slash here. You should not have switched, he says. Well, I would have lost immediately. And we lose because of a full paralysis. I'm just so upset. Full paralysis plus critical hit. Like, come on, man. Maybe, he says. Definitely. I mean, if I stayed in and got paralyzed by Mewtwo, and that's the thing, I wasn't expecting the Thunder Wave, so, but even still, if I got paralyzed by Mewtwo there, you just play it out. Psychic hits Meowth. It does 40%. Jolteon comes in. I guess maybe it was the right play. I don't know. I don't know. And I'm upset. Alright, the fact that he's Hypnosis really makes me hope that he's not a physical attacker at all. He does just go for Surf without an Amnesia, so if he does Amnesia, then we feel like we can go to Chansey. If he doesn't Amnesia, then we're not totally sure what to do. Because, believe it or not, Poliwrath is faster than my entire team. I mean, can you believe it? I cannot. I cannot believe it. He decides to go for Blizzard and gets a critical hit. Cool. Cool, man. Okay. I can no longer be mad. Vulpix comes out. He's got a double here, right? But into what? I'm not really sure. He could go Confuse Ray just for kicks. I mean, I don't know why the Vulpix. That's a really confusing play to me. But, you know, some players don't like to hold on to Vulpix, or Fire, I shouldn't say Vulpix, Fire type, because, you know, what's it going to do to Omastar? Might as well just reveal it right away. That's some good confusion luck for us. The fact that he hasn't gone Porygon makes me feel like his Porygon's like Blizzard Double Edge or something. I can go Gloom here and take the Super Fang. But I'm just trying to let Gloom go, so no big deal there. We'll trying to think if Lapras or Cubone is the better play here. I think it's Lapras, because Lapras can beat the Rattata straight up. Cubone can't. So we'll try that. Oh, well, that was terrific. Luck swinging our way in this battle. We should switch up which attack we use. I'm going to go Thunderbolt. Nice. I was going for it just because it could paralyze something on the switch in potentially. But now that we knocked out a sleeper and we know Sing, we can go for it and maybe surprise something. Nido Queen comes out. Again, of course, our whole team is slower. And I think we go Blizzard, because he doesn't knock us out. Oh, we get a crit. We are charmed in this one. We are living a charmed life. Porygon comes out. We get the chance to put it to sleep. We fail. That's okay. Because we knew Omastar owned this Porygon. We were kind of hoping that he'd paralyze us. But he doesn't. As soon as we get a crit, this one's ours. But maybe we don't. We're pretty slow. Like, he could get a freeze before we get a crit. It's possible. He could also potentially recover out of all these. Just drain us of all our surfs. I think we'll just rest here. I don't know who his last is, but he's clearly scared of Omastar. As well he should be. Even at ×4, I don't think he knocks out Omastar. So we know all of Porygon's moves. We know... Oh, Freeze Claw's activated. That's great. We're going to go Chansey. And just go ahead and paralyze this thing. Darn, we could have countered, huh? Oh well. We'll soft boiled up. We'll just keep boiling away, I guess. I guess he doesn't want to freeze us, so we'll try to counter him. Didn't work. He does double edge there. He double edges again. And that puts him in range for Surf, so I think we're good at this point. Omastar can pretty safely come out here. And we'll just check. Yeah, Hyper Beam can't do anything to us. Surf plus Blizzard does knock him out. Oh, I guess I didn't type Surf correctly. So we can just Surf away, I think. Oh, I was like, how did that not end it? But I forgot. He was frozen. Wow, did we get lucky in that battle. Unbelievable luck. And that's really what we needed, because we are in a funk here. Trying to regroup, but really salty about that earlier loss. And just continuing to think about Oatmeal's comment, like, should we not have switched? I don't know. I guess if we didn't switch, it would have come down to the same idea. Just break through one paralysis and you win. And if we got the same paralysis luck, we'd have lost? Would we have? I guess Scyther could have agility'd up. But I don't know. Yeah, oh, whoops. Detected a problem. Yikes. Alright, I guess I'll address that problem later. Marcozoro is here. We don't like him. We're wondering if we should reveal Ammonite. I think we should. I think he should be a little scared of Meowth, but can do tons of damage to Meowth. No, I've changed my mind. I'm going to two-shot him. Never mind. I have changed my mind again. We're going to get out while the getting's good, so that Meowth doesn't take any damage. And it's hard for him to pull his Doduo when it is set up, so we'll just go ahead and knock it out with a nice Blizzard. Wow, that does 20%. We'll get this good freeze. Nope. Crabhammer is real here. We don't want anything to do with it, so we'll switch out to Eggy. He does go Swords Dance. I'm not sure that this one-shots Eggy, who is decently bulky, but I guess we will find out. And it does! Cool. We did that for a couple reasons. We have another sleeper. We have someone that can deal electric damage. He's been predicting like crazy, so he might predict here, but we're just hoping he didn't. Rock Slide is kind of a weak attack, and Dugtrio doesn't have a strong attack stat, so I don't actually think that 2 Rock Slides knock us out. Which is pretty great. Crit, para, let's go. You feel so good because Dodrio's crit rate's what, like maybe 20%? Para rate there is 30%, so you figure like only 56% of the time do you get neither of those. I guess that's not totally true, they could overlap, but it's kind of how I feel about it. About half and half. Chansey comes out here, which is shocking to me. I'm gonna just body slam. He'll paralyze me, but I can agility out of it. We might have gotten him in the sweet recovery glitch zone. Dang. Would have been great. But Double Edge is going to do so much damage to him, and the recoil will knock us out eventually. So, like, he just put Chansey in a bad spot to get KO'd by our Meowth. And if he decides to switch out, that's also okay, because the other things he's showing will not survive Meowth either. Obviously Kingler would, but then we could Thunder it to get the finishing blow. Nidorina comes out. At this point, we're just trying to think what our most valuable choices are here. And honestly, I think it's to go Venonat and go Sleep Powder. He might go out into Doduo. That's probably what I'd do to eat the sleep, because Doduo probably doesn't go down to a Psychic, but we felt fine about that. And we'll just get a couple nice Psychics off here, put Nidorina in range, and with Meowth plus Jolteon, we feel so good. Like, I'm not going to Stun Spore here, it's not worth it. I expect Doduo to come out here. And it does. I'm going to switch to Ammonite. Even if he doubles here, which would be a fine play, I still think the Ammonite switch is the right play. And I think that because, so let's say he doubles to Kingler, we can sacrifice Venonat, right? And it's no big deal. We have a big lead in this one, and we feel like the Jolteon Meowth combo is really strong. Yeah, we do not care at all about this Venonat. I should actually probably use Psychic instead. right? Don't care at all. There's no way that Doduo can afford to come out here. So either Kingler goes down and we get to paralyze his last, or Doduo goes down to pivot into his last, or his last can handle Jolteon pretty well, but can it handle both Jolteon and Meowth? I don't think so. And we still got the Ammonite with which to pivot, right? So we feel okay. Yeah, we're just going to Thunderbolt. He might paralyze us. He does not. We get to go Ammonite now, because he either Hyper Beams or Body Slams, but he has to use Submission to knock out Ammonite, which will do enough recoil to put him in range. For anything else, I'm going to take the safe Body Slam because it's 100% accurate. And now he's in range for Jolteon. I'm going to keep Body Slamming here and hoping that he does knock us out. Just because it then lets us handle everything else nicely. I think the correct play is Meowth here, because if, in the very, very, very unlikely circumstance, we get a 1 in 256 miss with Jolteon there, he could knock us out, and Meowth might potentially lose to a critical hit from Kingler. So instead of risking it by going for Thunder, we'll just play it safe, slash away, and take the dub. So after a tough start, we're back at 1640. I think I'll give you one more. My hope is that we can finish each video slightly ahead of where we started. So let's try one more and see. But I was decently happy with how we played that game. Some surprising moves from Mark that I wasn't really expecting, but I could see why he'd let Dugtrio go down. I mean, what do you switch into a Doduo's Body Slam, right? And probably Nidorina. But as soon as Dugtrio went down, it was open season for Jolteon. So that was pretty solid. Pretty solid battle. Pretty lucky battle in this one. And dang, I'd still love to hear your thoughts on this one. Was Oatmeal right? Was I right? I don't know. I just don't know. I guess I felt like Scyther was pretty useless as a last because it couldn't do anything to Jolteon. So, yeah, Jolteon's too fast now. Level 70. Whew. What a fox, doggo, cat that he is. I don't know. I came into this vid saying we needed 5, maybe 6 quality wins in a row to get back to number 1, and that's where we are right now. 5 or 6 quality wins to get back to number 1. We can do it. Got to do it on February 7th, and you know, sometimes these videos get published not on the exact day that I record them. So you're going to have to both keep tuning in and checking the ladder to see if on February 7th I have achieved my goal of being number 1, so I can show that off during my lecture series on competitive Pokemon battling. We're not getting into all the ins and outs in that. You know, it's like a 5-hour kind of lecture series, so can't do a ton, but I'm going to do the basics. Just singles, no VGC stuff. How's this start? It's okay. I'm fine sacrificing Slowbro here, if that's what has to happen. I just don't want to overpredict on turn 1. So, you know, it's sometimes what players do. You know, there's no way Graveler could stay in here because it would get one shot, so I could go for Thunder Wave, which might be the better play, but so early in the match, I don't know. I mean, it's not much of a risk, but you know, earthquake plus explosion does knock me out, so... And I don't really have anything to eat Graveler's explosion either. But he put on the timer, so he's here. I was like thinking for a moment whether or not I put on that timer, but nope, he did, so he's here. He's thinking hard. You know, he might not want things to get paralyzed, so it might just explode. Fine by me. We live an explosion with our good defense. But he's thinking long and hard. Boy, this would be as disappointing an ending to this video as my third Gen 2 video that you can check out anytime you want. Poof. I don't know, I have no commentary. I have nothing to offer here other than we're making the straightforward play, hoping that it works out. Little elf, 512. Little left, 512. I don't know where you've gone. But as they say, sometimes videos end not with a bang, but with a whimper.